Well, I'm proud of my team from our visit to Cancun. We played three very good opponents: Arizona State for the Pac-12 and Wisconsin Green Bay, who's won 20-something conference championships in a row. Obviously, our teams that have a rich tradition in history. Columbia was extremely well coached. Kids played extremely hard. They had a four-player that really caused us some problems, and so I think it was great for our kids to get out and play some good quality opponents. And I was proud of how we played in each of those games. I thought we got better. Was really concerned going into the Green Bay game. They had really dominated Arizona State on the second day, and boy, you talk about well coached. Just a fine basketball program and team. Kids that play extremely hard, and so for us to go in there and really play as well as we did that third day was really a good way to finish off a really good 3-day tournament. Hard to play 3 straight days. Hard to play 3 straight days like we play. We have not changed. We still pick up full court, baseline to baseline for 40 minutes. That's who we are. Anybody that plays us or schedules us know that's who we are. And for 3 straight days we did that, even with our limited depth. We did it, and I was really proud of how we did it for all 3 games. So. Got a big one tomorrow night. I'm excited to take the team to Jackson, to our state capital, for our Mississippi kids. To be able to play in the state capital, I think is really special. For our program to be able to play in the state capital, I think is very special. And another great opponent coming in Lafayette, well coached, known that coach and that program for a long time. A lot of respect. 2 years ago, we went down to Lafayette to play, and that's the notorious 2-3 zone that we had to implore with 3 minutes to go in the first half because we absolutely couldn't guard them. We were down 15, actually called timeout, and we've never played 2-3 zone before that or since then. But drew it up on the board to stand here, stand here, stand here, stand here, and stand here, and please don't let the ball by you anymore. And we went from down 15 or 16 at the 4-minute media, we cut it to 2. And then the second half, we stayed in the same 2-3 zone, and I think we won by 15. So it was elementary day. The place was loud. They did a great job, and so looking forward to another great ball game with them.
Jazz, talk about going back to Mississippi Palisades, a place you're probably familiar with, and getting a little closer to home. I know you're from the coast area, but just talk about what that's going to mean for you tomorrow night.
It's going to mean a lot. It's closer for my family to come to Jackson Coliseum, and it's special to be able to play in that environment, especially since I've been to the big house to play a couple of times, but we didn't come out with the result that we wanted to. And I just think it's going to be a great experience for me and my teammates.
How well do you feel like you and Warrior are playing right now? Y'all's numbers, assistant turnovers are pretty wild. How well do you feel like y'all are playing?
I think we're playing good, but I think we could be better. We know what Coach wants from us, and we know where our teammates are going to be on the floor and where they need the ball and how they need the ball. And I think we're playing good.
Rel, how do you think Tierra is handling the responsibility of playing more minutes in the 5 and just being a presence in the post?
I think she's handling it really good. I mean, she's in great condition to play the amount of minutes that coaches are expecting her to play, and I think that she comes ready to play every game, and that's what we need from her.
What would you say to how Jazz and Morgan are playing at the point?
I love it. I mean, it's great when you can play with 2-point guards, and when one comes out and the other one comes in, you're not losing anything. So, I mean, it's pretty good.
Does that mean more shots for a shooter?
If I'm open.
I know we're impressed with their lack of turnovers, which is my biggest number, but I think the fact that they're averaging 12 assists per game between the 2 of them speaks well to who they're throwing it to. They're able to finish not layups, but jump shots, threes. I mean, we really have some kids that have enabled our point guards to have those gaudy numbers because they can finish, because they can shoot it. But certainly the turnover number is astounding, how low it is.
Ron, we talked about the offense, but how well do you feel like the defense is playing too? How big a part is defense of what the offense is able to do?
I think we're getting a lot better than from the first game when we first played, and I feel like it always starts with the point guard. So when they have good defense, whoever's behind them tries to play hard as they do.
Jazz, I know you probably can't speak for Morgan, but when you have as many shooters on the floor as the team has had through 6 games so far, how much has it been a focus for you maybe to, I think Morgan said last time, draw a second defender, and that's going to create openings for you. Has that been a focus to penetrate and try to draw one of those defenders to create more openings on the perimeter?
I think it has. Just being able to get the defense to go in and kick it to a shooter and then knock down the shot, I think that's exceptional.
Does that take any responsibility or weight off your shoulders, knowing that, maybe I don't have to score as much, and that if I just make the defense react to what I'm doing, my teammates will pick me up?
Yes.
Coach, does that take some responsibility off of them to feel that they have to be a 12, 15 point per game?
Sure.
person?
I mean, I think our point guards are capable of that. I think that position could go get 12 or 15 between the two of them every night. And quite frankly, some nights they're going to have to do that. But I also think they know too. Number one, they have the respect of our opponents, and they know they can both get to the rim anytime they want to. So they're going to draw two a lot. And when they do, then they just have to execute that pocket pass that we want them to make to our shooters and get it to them in a timely fashion. So I think both our point guards take great responsibility with that, and great pride in their passing and their decision making. And look, I'm as proud of Jazz as any kid I've coached in a long time. And her maturity, her development. She's taking ownership. She understands. She's still learning and wanting to learn and get better and coachable. And, her maturity has really been evident to me. And I'm really proud of her for that. And, she just keeps getting better and better. And so I feel, we're talking about recruiting today. I feel so good about our point guard play, not only this year but in the future, and so that's a position right now that we're getting a whole lot of productivity out of.
Jess, you know how many family members you're gonna have there? You know how many's gonna show up?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to her.
Bro, I know the next one on the schedule is not is the one that you're looking at. But as a member of the media, I can't help but look ahead. Any drifting to Sunday and just what that's going to be like? Any special significance or?
No. We're just gonna go out there and play like any other game, not do nothing special. Just go out there and play as a team and continue to have good chemistry.
Any other questions for players? All right, Jazz, Rose, thank you.
Thank you.
You take Tiara out of the game right now, she goes, "What do I do?" She don't want to come out, and so you love that about a competitor, and y'all realize. It's no secret we're thin. We're really thin. Our depth we basically 2 months ago in September we had 2 starters penciled in that aren't even here. One's not here anymore, and the other one is injured and out for the year. So we're down 2 starters, and so we're a little thin. So that again, you embrace that opportunity, you embrace that challenge, and so for our staff, hey, we got to coach better, teach better. We got to develop our young kids, bring them along faster than we want to, but we've got to do that, and then we've got to coach better and teach better with the kids that are on the floor, and they've got to be better. And I think they've been. I think that's what I'm most excited and proud of is that, you know, that junior and senior class, they are embracing and understanding the importance of playing every possession out and being really good, defensively and offensively. Understanding that it's really important that we have great technique defensively, taking pride in that. And we've been really good. I mean, we've been really good. We're fouling less than ever before. But you should with a junior senior team. Our top 6 are juniors and seniors. And so I think you should be better. But we've got to bring those young kids along and get them ready to play. We've got to develop our depth. And, you know, Zion had some good minutes for us out there, played well. Chloe didn't play as well over the week as she played before we left. But that's going to happen with freshmen. They're going to be up and down. Jonica had some moments of good stuff, and so we've got to try to get her more consistent. And then, you know, Bree continues to be that big guard that we've got to bring her along and get her where she's comfortable playing some really meaningful minutes. We'll be a little bit better at guard when we get Jordan eligible in a week, but we're still going to be thin at other positions, and so that's you know, I played the point guards together a little bit, and they look good together, and I think they have great chemistry together as well as with the rest of our team. Tori's the happiest person on the team. She gets to go against a 4-player that can't guard her, and she gets to guard a 4-player that can't get by her. So it's a little different than when you got to go out there and chase them little guards around. So she's really embracing that and flourishing with that. And again, it reminds me of a kid that I had at Arkansas in Shamika Kristen. Shamika Kristen was a 4-player for us, ended up being SEC Player of the Year her senior year, and she's had a tremendous career in the WNBA playing the 3. And so, you know, we've been out of 6 games, I think Tori's had 1 sub-500 percentage game. So shooting the ball. So it's been good so far.
We talked about Maya Taylor's decision to redshirt her. Did that decision speak more to the fact of your confidence in Jazz and how she's emerged behind Morgan? Because I know you've been really high on how you don't really miss a beat when it comes out.
Without question. I just think that it's a great opportunity, and that takes Maya now into this top 10 class that we just signed. Those 4 kids then come in together and play, and very similar to the class that just took us to the national championship game. You've got a great foundation for your program for many, many years to come. It also allows Maya to sit there and learn. One of the things I really enjoyed about the trip, Maya took great pride in getting the scout team ready. Boy, they did a great job getting us ready, and she took great pride in running that group. And look, yesterday in practice, Maya Taylor looked as good as anybody on my team. Well, that's great, because again, knowing that she's going to be there, and if it works out and we can allow her the red shirt, man, for the next 4 years, again, her and Jazz will be together that first year. And then after that, I mean, we're really in great shape. Plus, our recruiting classes in the future is really got some great options. So.
Hey, Vic, do you anticipate having Amisha at all?
I do not.
Probation that you provide on?
Yeah, you know, Amisha's left school and she's left the team, and really that's it. So.
You mentioned about Maya, you're just holding that card back in case, you know, knock on wood, God forbid.
Yeah.
People get injured and she's
Yeah.
pressed into do.
Yeah.
Do you expect Danbury to play next week? You mentioned her.
I do. Yeah, I do. I expect her to be ready to go against UALR on the 10th. I think finals are over 7th, 8th, 9th, somewhere in there. And as soon as she's cleared and grades are posted, she's good to go. And I fully expect her to be in the rotation on Sunday the 10th.
You mentioned Bree, with the injury that she had in the off-season, preseason. Where do you think that she is in terms of getting back 100% health, or trying to get back to, you know, maybe ahead of the pace?
I think the shoulder's completely healed and solid. I think getting back, remember the kid's been inactive since late February. Didn't have the surgery till the middle of April, sat out most of the summer. So she's just rusty. She's got to knock the rust off, and it doesn't happen in a week or a month or even 2 months. She's getting better every day. She's, you know, we talk about it as a staff all the time. She's getting better. She's coming. I just need her to come on in a little bit quicker than maybe normal. So she played well in Cancun in spurts, which I was really encouraged by, and had some big rebounds for us, tough rebounds, and so she just got to knock the rust off, I think. Again, when I recruited her, I really believed she might be able to provide some of that hustle play and toughness that we were going to lose with Dominique. Not fair to anyone to have to try to quote unquote fill Dominique's shoes, because those shoes are really, really big. But I just felt like she had some of the intangibles that we were going to lose there.
In the grand scheme, I know she's not Victoria, but knock on wood, if she continues to progress and your lineup stays the same, obviously with adding Jordan, how would she fit in? Would she be a good possible 3-4 to kind of give Victoria blows when she needs it?
I think she'll be more of a 3 than a 4. You know, I think our 4s are, you know, Chloe, Tori, and Jonica. I think that's where we are right now. We've got to bring Jonica along and get her. She's a veteran kid, you know, played, you know, has some experience in the SEC at Auburn, played in junior college, so we need to get her along, and she's got to do things a little bit better, and we got to coach and teach better, bottom line. So that's somebody that we've got to continue to work with as well, and then we just, you know, Chloe's got the skill set. Again, it's understanding, playing a lot of man-to-man defense like we do, and understanding the importance of that every possession and not taking plays off.
And you mentioned about playing the 2-point guards together. Again, hypothetically, when you add Jordan to the mix,
probably don't have to do that like we do. We've had to do it now, whether it's we got somebody with foul trouble or somebody, 2 of them are just gassed, you know. But probably when you get Jordan in the mix, it alleviates having to do that. Certainly in some situations you could still, if you wanted to, and not lose too much. You know, when we went against Green Bay, they had a 6-footer that Rowe had to defend, and the kid liked to post up. Did get posted one time. Rowe competed. I mean, battled that kid. Got an offensive foul on her for getting hooked. So, you know, I think you get caught up sometimes in, oh my gosh, they're going to post you up at the point guard, and you know, has Morgan ever had any issues with getting posted up in her career? No. So I think it's easy talk, but it's another thing to do, and so again, it's our advantage 30 feet from the rim. You got Rowe and Blair and Mo and Jazz out there guarding somebody 30 feet from the rim. It doesn't matter if they're 6'5", 6 foot. It's our advantage. It's their advantage when they get us down in the block area and in the paint. Then it becomes their advantage. So we've got to make sure we don't end up down there with them. We got to deal with them out there.
A little off topic. With your dealings with John Cohen, how do you feel like he's handled or is handling this coaching search, and who he's looking for? Like, how do you feel like he's been able to handle that?
Well, all I can tell you is I think the guy's prepared. I don't think anything surprises him, and I think he was, you know, it comes with the job that he has. You have to always have a list in every sport, and so, I mean, you guys are in the media. Y'all have heard it a whole lot longer than I have, or maybe y'all pay more attention to it than I do. But when you hear the rumblings, you hear the talk. You just always have to be ready. Same thing with the head coach. You always got to be ready. You never know when you're going to lose that assistant. We all keep a list, and so I'm sure that he was prepared, and I don't think there's any question that he and Dr. Keenum are going to find the right person and the right fit for Mississippi State. So I don't think it could be in any better hands than those guys.
I think you referred to it the last home game that we had about the difference with the backcourt and how that is maybe encouraging you to look at your offensive sets a little differently. Have you broken out any John Wooden books, Roy Williams books, Phil Jackson books to see any different sets that you could run with multiple guards in?
Well, I think we're running some stuff right now that allows Tori to attack, from her guard position. She's, we basically are playing 4-guard lineup. So the other team's going to have to put a forward on somebody, and because of the size, it's usually Tori, and so we've really done a good job of, I think, offensively attacking that. Tori's done an adequate job defensively. She's had her moments where she's struggled there a little bit, but overall, I think she's done a pretty good job. She had to guard a 6'3" kid at Virginia, So I think offensively right now, people are trying to figure out how to deal with us, with what we're doing. So I don't know that we're going to change. Like I told y'all, when we get out and run in transition, you got Rowe and Blair spotting up, and you got 2 point guards that know where they are, where they want it, when they want it, and those kids are shooting it at such a percentage that we are right now. I mean, Blair's shooting 42% from 3, Rowe is shooting 50% from 3. Just those numbers alone translate into the 70s if it was a 2-point. So it's really, I don't know if we can, I don't see any reason why we can't keep that going. I mean, as a team, we're shooting 40% out there with 5 players shooting 36% or better. So, our Tierra's shooting 59% and Zion's shooting 69% at the 5. And so those are good numbers as well. So I think what we're doing right now offensively is good, and we'll continue to tinker with it a little bit. We added what was fun. One of the things I enjoyed about the trip on Saturday morning, we played at 11 on Friday and Saturday, 11 Eastern. That's 10 Central, by the way. Your body still thinks of Central Time. And so they wouldn't give us a shoot around. They had an outdoor court that you could go to that was part of a tennis court. So we had a shoot around Saturday morning at 6:50 in the morning. Now, we didn't have shoot around on Friday morning, and we stunk it up against Columbia. And my team, we have a history, if we don't have shoot around, we typically do not play well. And so, but I made the decision after we had the knockdown drag out with Arizona State, we were going to sleep in. I just felt like we needed the rest. Well, we didn't play. It was 20-20 after 1 quarter. We were only up 8 at half. Second half we came out, took care of business. So I made the decision Saturday morning, we needed to go through some of Green Bay stuff. And that's when Maya took that scout team and just did a great job, and with Carly. And but we're out there, I'm telling y'all, when we were walking to the courts, it's dark. And by the time we got loosened up and kind of got going, daylight was trying to happen. But we had to turn the lights on the outdoor basketball court to see. And so, we went through their stuff, but it was, our kids respond to that. They have confidence in that, and they know that's important. And I really liked how we showed up that morning. We didn't spend an hour out there, but we spent 45 minutes. And then when we took it to the court, we looked like we'd been through their stuff. So anyway, that was kind of a fun little tidbit of the trip. And again, you like to see your kids not only want to do that, understand the importance of doing it.
Any other questions? All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Praise the Lord and go Dogs. Thank y'all.